everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Three Lost Global Podcast, episode 57. I'm your host, CJ. Alongside me today, we have Chrisos from Maverick Productions and Liam from Olympiakos, Australia. Boys, how are we?
Very good after this morning, CJ. I just thought I'd wait one sec. I just thought I'd show this scarf actually. Just to remind everyone where we won the Conference League last year. Just to remind everyone who we keep embarrassing every time we play them or play their Gippador. They're an absolute joke. We've absolutely killed them again. What?
Respect.
Me 3, you 2. Respect. No, me 6, you 0. Respect.
Well, I think this morning really solidified what we already knew. That Olympiakos are the best Greek team in the league.
Best Athenian team.
So that makes sense, CJ. That's a really big call from you to say that we're the best Greek team in the league. You know, that's a massive call.
In the world, we're the best team in the world, mate.
That's it,
best team in Europe, best team in the world. Chris, how we going, man? It's been a while since you've been on the show. Tell us what's been happening.
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, boys and girls. If there's any girls watching, that'd be cool. But not because I want them, but just because diversity. No, I'm cool. I'm good, thanks. Started a new job, so I've been busy with that, which is great. The content for Three Lost Global is going to be off the charts now with that. And yeah, I'm doing good. Charity match finished. Liam came. Had probably man of the match performance for my team. By the way, killed it. Played 80 minutes. Played probably more than I did. Raised over $4,500 for the charity. So,
well done, mate.
It's great.
Well done to everyone. Well done.
Timomatic was an absolute superstar. Lovely man, lovely guy. Honestly,
they were all great guys. All the boys that came out.
Timomatic was awesome, and Anthony Lacascio is awesome. All of the special guests are all coming back next year. So, yeah, just wanted to give a bit of a spiel on that. And if you haven't followed the page, Charity Match Official, Philos Global, Maverick Productions, Olympiakos Australia, follow all the pages because we're going global, boys. Hence, Philos Global.
That's the way, Chris. Congratulations on the money raise, and thank you for everyone that contributed to that beautiful day.
CJ is going to be coach in 2026. Here we go. Until whenever we finish. Whenever we stop.
Dilly ball incoming, lads.
There's a lot of big things happening with CJ, but that's up to him if he wants to reveal any more.
Maybe towards the end. I think Chris is I think his call for diversity for the show might hint that he might have a friend listening in. So hello to that friend. Apart from that, guys, Chris, do you want to tell us what was the full-time score for that charity match?
We don't really talk about the score. The score was 5-0, but
shit. It's not about that, man. It's not about that. It's about charity, man.
Just like diversity on the show, I wanted to show diversity and let my brother win. So it's 3-3.
Well, Chris,
you have a reason for that.
What does that have to do with diversity?
Chrisos, you know what? It's nothing to be upset about because you know who did worse than that? AEK this morning, Olympiakos 6-0. And guys, if you're reading the caption on the description, on the show, 3 things certain in life: death, taxes, Olympiakos smacking the absolute hell out of AEK. Liam, I want your thoughts real quick before we dive into it. It's just a thing. Olympiakos always seem to smack AEK, even 2-3 years ago with our absolute shocking seasons.
I will tell you something. No, yes. Joke. This is seriously. What kind of season is this? They've fucking. Sorry, I shouldn't swear. I'm animated.
No swearing.
Animated. That's what we want.
They've gotten out. They've gotten out of the Conference League to FC Noah, who's gotten battered like 7-0 by Chelsea from a goalkeeper scoring a goal in the qualifiers. They've managed to scrape their way to 2 points behind us in the Protafima with the help of referees. Without the help of referees, they're 10 points behind. And I'm not going to argue because I know Olympiakos has had many years where we won the Protafima back in the day with the referees' help. But I'm just saying that they're not a good side. They've played a decent team in the Kipolo, which is us. Forget about Fargo this year. We're the only other decent side, and they've been absolutely battered. Not only have they been absolutely battered, but we put out our second or mother today. We put like Pascalakis, second choice keeper. Gardner fine. Birola like fine, even though he's probably second choice defender as well. Costinha, second choice. Bruno comes in. Ortega's obviously our first choice, but makes his debut, second choice. You look in the midfield, Danny Garcia has there, fine, they play enough football, we won't say that. Horta, he's definitely, I don't think, in our best 11. Maybe after today, there's a new thing to talk about, which we might talk about later, but he's not been in our best 11 since signing. No Musakidis, no Kostulas. On the wings, we had Rodine again, who's obviously not our preferred player to be on that right wing. Maybe he is now with how bad some of our other wing options are. And then on the left wing, we had Palma, who, Martins probably starts over Palma, and we had Yaramchuk up front. We had maybe 3 or 4 players, maybe 5, 3 or 4, I'd say, that you go, they're starters, like they're starters. We've had such a rotated squad, and we have absolutely battered them. Like, it could have even been more. I'm not taking away that Ike maybe could have scored a goal or two, but it could have been more. They've been absolutely played off the park like it was nothing today. It was genuinely, I actually felt bad. It was genuinely embarrassing for them at a point because it was just such a bad, sorry performance. And it sums up where that club, and I don't want to have digs at them because they've done well over the last few years in, getting into Champions League stuff. But where they are at the moment and the type of year that they're having, it's like they've got only the cup and the league to focus on. And they're just like, if we beat them on Monday in their own turf again, which I think we will, but maybe they might come out firing. It's just not good enough. Like they should be a club who made Champions League a few years ago, pushing forward and going to that next step. And they've just gone backwards. And I know they're missing Martial, and he's probably their best player and all that, but it was just embarrassing for them today. But let's talk about Olympiakos because we played unbelievable today. As much as we're giving Ike shit, they're a decent side. But we showed that, and our players showed that when they're called upon, they can come out and, even if they haven't played that much football like a lot of the boys haven't, they can come out and deliver a performance like that. It was unbelievable football from the pressing, the directness that we were doing. Like, there was 2 things. We were going direct when we had to. We scored a few goals like that. We pressed and scored a few goals. But there was also some controlled, patient build-ups where we looked really good as well, which we had a good mixture of football today. It wasn't just going direct, how we've seen a lot of long balls. It wasn't just, like keeping the ball, not being able to create anything, which we've also seen. It was a good mix of going direct when we needed to and slowing the game down and, building our way up when we needed to as well and pressing high and also letting them have the ball at times. It was a fantastic performance tactically as well. Mentally, Bob got everything right today. Threw them off from the first minute. Great, well-deserved win, but I thought it was really well coached. It was just unbelievable the way we played today. The best I've seen us play in probably years. Unbelievable.
Beautifully said, Liam, and who would disagree with you right now? All right, everyone, thanks for joining. Pretty much wrapped that up, Liam. Look, one thing I want to say, harping on, you said what you said about Ike. I can't help but feel after this, not so much Ike, but Panathinaikos and Bulk have regressed as well.
Yeah,
that's probably a bit of concern for the Greek league as well.
It is.
But regardless of that, to smack second place in the league 6-0, like Allah, we were probably confident going into this one, but to come out of it 6-0, mate, all the players were superb. And I want to talk about one particular player that probably no one's really talking about is Birola. He absolutely was gun at the back. Who, sorry?
Didn't he score?
No,
not when I scored the outside the killer.
That was Palmer.
That was Palmer.
That's the name. Sorry. Anyway,
Louise Palmer. Mate, I think we're at a. I just want to talk about the season so far because we're actually at a bit of an awkward point because the players that so much didn't look great before the New Year's are looking really good now. And that also says with Yaramchuk, we were probably, I admit I was probably quick to make my decision on him, but holy crap, he looked good today.
Can I just say something about Yaramchuk? I actually wanted to talk about him. I really think, and I think Dimitri was pretty adamant about this as well. We had a good discussion off stream the other week when we were recording. He has not been given the right opportunity at Olympiakos just simply because LKB has been too good and too reliable.
Exactly. Exactly. You're not gonna.
He showed today that he should be playing more. He can play in a two-striker formation with El Kabi as well if needed, like against the smaller teams where we want to be more attacking. But he also showed that he can play. There's going to be a lot of fixtures coming up now if we stay in the Europa League for a long way, which we hope to do. There's going to be a lot of fixtures coming up, and he'd be perfect to be using in the league and letting El Kabi, rest for those big games because he's got the quality. He's a good striker, and you saw today. Yeah. He's only been coming off for 10 minutes. He looked a bit shaky at the start. I think you remember he missed 2 or 3 good opportunities. But after that, what's it called? Mate. After he got his way in a bit and he settled down a bit, that second finish, great, fantastic finish. The first goal, another what was his first goal? I forgot his first goal. Yeah. Anyways, good position. He finished it well. Got the assist for Horta's second goal. He just needs a bit of time. You can't expect someone, and this is where the Greek fans and us Olympiakos fans, especially in Greece, I feel are go too far. The poor guy has been coming off of 5-10 minute spells. What do you want him to do in 5-10 minute spells every game? Honestly, you can't show us anything in 5-10 minutes every single game. You need a bit of time to settle in. Today he got that opportunity. He showed what a good striker is. And I think the criticism to him has been way too harsh simply because he's not been given the right opportunities. And today he finally showed.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. I also think, to justify it a little bit, it's not to say it hasn't happened in the past because it always happens, but we're coming off the success we had last season. I think people got a bit upset with how the transfers went in the last transfer window. Sorry, not the summer transfer window. But look, regardless, personally for me, back to what you said, sorry, before we move on. When Yaremchuk was missing the 2 or the 1 early opportunity he had, Medili Ba, the bench were all supportive. And the second he scored, all the players, all the bench were around him. If that does not speak levels where this locker room's at, if that does not speak where Medili Ba has gotten these players at the past 2 seasons, mate, he is, and I'm saying it, the best coach this club has ever seen. The best coach. And if he wins the cup and if he wins the league, he is by far the best coach this club has. Even if he doesn't. To me, nothing comes close to him. Obviously, Valverde does, and Pedro Martins is up there.
Well, there's a lot of old coaches.
There's a lot of older coaches as well, but what Medili Ba is doing with his resources this season, unbelievable. Sorry, Liam, just one more point. The game where, for me personally, that it really showed που έχει στρώσει αυτή την ομάδα was against Panserraikos 4-0. That was just we didn't look out of beat for 1 second, and even today we didn't. We're looking really good, and not to take our opponents in the Europa League lightly, which we'll touch up on soon, but they're not an opponent to take lightly, but surely you go in with a lot of confidence. You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. You absolutely have to.
Just quickly, I really like that point you made about the using your mother well with the resources that he has. He showed that last year when he came in. He had an absolute mess of a team, and he figured a way out to somehow get his best players playing in Europe. And he understood that the league was going to be harder to win, so he rotated. And we still did it. We still had a run for the title. If you remember, we were in it to the last 2 or 3 games until we lost to Balkan Tumba. What's it called? He's done fantastic. Coaches like that are proper coaches that they get given a limited set of resources, not your coaches that get given billions of euros to spend. He's not been given too much, and he's done gotten the best out of every player. The young players, it's fantastic, and like you said, it's just unbelievable. And I think I just want to say make one more point, not to take anything away from Mike, and obviously maybe we're being a bit too harsh, but none of these teams, like Panathinaikos and Balkan, they're nowhere near our level at the moment. And every time we play these teams, we look much better. Even every game against Panathinaikos, we just look better. The 0-0 draw, the 1-1 draw in the Kipolo, we just look better. If anyone was going to win, it was going to be us. We just look a better side than all these main teams this year. And obviously, Ike's the closest to us, and I mentioned about the referee stuff. I don't even think they're the second best team in the league at the moment. But anyways. But we are just like today, and just in general, we are so much better than all these teams, and that's a credit to Medley Bard, not anyone else, because he has been able to like get it like this. And we've lost some big players. Don't you forget Podence, Fortunis, some massive players, and he's still been able to get the team playing like this and in the club in this position.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. The other bulk bunner, they don't look good. They just don't look good. I think they've gone backwards. Panathinaikos, I have one thing now. They managed somehow to hold on to Ioannidis. And I know they're still in the Conference League. They got Fiorentina, but they look terrible. They look terrible in their matches. They look really bad. They're so soul dependent on Ioannidis. He's out of his depth. He's got F4 players around him. It's a shame. Yeah. It's a shame because they were headed in the right way with Jovanovic as their coach.
Yeah, and
sacked
they
him,
stuffed that up.
And it's gone real backwards. With Ike, look, they're competing with us in the league. Maybe this one match was a massive brain fart. Can't say they looked great in the league either the last 3-4 matches either, but it's getting to that point of the season, and it's that point of the season where the lesser teams are starting to they find that they have nothing left to lose. The title races become, some teams drop off, and that's happening. That's really happening, and I think Olympiakos can do it this year.
Yeah, I think all these teams are really disappointed themselves this year. Like Ike, they obviously with Europe, they didn't play in Europe. They, as we said, they should be making a run for the league and the cup, and they're out of the cup now. If we beat them, it's gonna be hard for them to win the league. Like disappointing year. Bulk from winning the title, nowhere near the league this year, and they're out of Europe. But disappointing year for them. And you just mentioned Panathinaikos, disappointing year. And I think you're right. Like obviously the league as a whole has gotten better. But a few clubs, instead of going forward, are just staying or going a little bit backwards, except for us. We seem to be the only club sort of going forward at the moment. I
also think the clubs are too preoccupied with what we're doing. They're too busy worrying about Olympiakos. Look at Yochalia. We copped it for we copped it for 3 seasons straight. What did we do? We got to work, look at the youth, build a team, won Conference League. Now look at us. Like we Marinakis will bounce back. You just got to trust in it. It's going to take time. Yeah. But
he copped a lot of hate, but to his credit, he got the academy right. He realised that we need to go for a bit of a younger approach.
But that's also Medili Bar's influence. Don't forget.
Correct.
He came in saying, "I want these amount of youngsters in the team, and you got to build them." And he's looking after him like that.
Yeah.
There's no issue with Muzakidis and Kostulas. It's all right. You're playing a lot. Calm now. Calm.
Yep.
You've Garcia, Hesse, Stamenic. He's good. He's fucking. What a guy. Anyway, sorry, Liam.
Can I just say one thing with Ike today that annoys me a little bit about the league? They've got, I don't want to discredit him, but they've got the Haji Safi, the left back.
Oh, he's dog shit.
He's 35, 36. Yeah, he's not very good. And they've got a young Greek kid, Bilios, on their bench, or I don't even know if he was in the squad today. We have to look for that, and they're playing a 35, 36-year-old, Iranian bloke. Not that matters, but over, a young Greek kid that's come through their academy. Like, surely at that point where they're just like he's not very good, you're just giving a young kid a chance, because you never know what that young kid can become. Look at Simic, that's a prime left back example.
Even they're losing 5-0 Mantalos.
Yeah, and Silulis, exactly. It's just like, like you want to look at us. Look what a few academy kids have done to our team this year. Like we look another level from last year, even though we lost 2 of our best players. We brought 2 young academy kids in, and they're absolutely tearing it up. I think there's a lot for these other teams to be looking at. Maybe their academies aren't as strong, but there's a lot for these teams to be looking at the way we've approached this season. And after losing your players, we could have gone out and spent big, but we're going to use some of the academy boys that did us the job there, and it's become unbelievable.
That's it, man. And like, it speaks levels that at some point early in the season, we became dependent on it. 2 17-year-olds, which is wild. And Liam, I know you have to go very soon, but I want to talk about 3 players real quick.
Yep.
I want to talk about Orta, Palmer, and Velde. Now, what I have to say about Orta and Palmer is mostly Horta, right? How desperately we needed him.
Mm-hmm.
A player like him. Like, we
Yep.
were so desperate.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen the impact Chiquinho has had on games. You've seen the impact Chiquinho's had when he hasn't played games, and it hasn't ended in a win. So having a player like that on the bench finally this year is really, really good. It advances our attacking prowess. Palmer has also come in and done that because Valde hasn't done that job. Now, what I want to talk about real quick with Valde is all the Khalya happened with him. Medilibar came out saying he's flicked the switch in training. He came on against Panathinaikos for 5-10 minutes and actually looked good. We went to Porto. He was like a completely different player. He was at the level he should have been or eventually built up to early in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't help but say that the last 2-3 games he's actually dropped in form. What are your thoughts? I want you to tell me, because I don't think maybe you spoke about it with Dimitri, our new co-host. What are you thinking of Valde? Do you think it's sink or swim? What are you thinking?
Oh, it's a tough one.
Because even today he came on and it felt like the tempo did drop until Martins then came in.
Yeah, you know which game it looked really bad. Was it the bulk game that he came on? And he looked. Did he start the bulk game? I can't remember. I think he did start the bulk game. I think he did.
I can't remember. What was the score in that one? So
2-1. The bulk game, the one we just had a Kadeskaki. Wait, let me just see if he started.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he did. I'm like 90% sure he started. He started. And he was. I was just watching it. I was like, and I remember he I think he got taken off the 60th minute. And
yeah, he did that one.
I remember just thinking, what's it called? Like, he's just like underperforming like so massively this season, and because he was playing so bad, he was genuinely struggling out there in the bulk game. Like, genuinely struggling. He couldn't do a thing right, and it's not good because we spent a lot of money on him, and he's shown glimpses. The frustrating thing is he's actually shown glimpses of what he can do. Like, he's shown that to us. And whether this is the wrong system for him, I actually think it is a little bit. I think this system that Medilibar plays relies on players that are really good 1v1 and have that sort of ability to create on their own rather than, being like I don't know how to explain it, but like someone who's more like a Masudas, for example. Like, he's obviously a winger, but he struggles to create things 1v1. He's more of a passer. He'll drop back. He'll do some good things like in the interplay, like the 1-2 touches, all that sort of stuff. But he can't dribble and create things on his own. That's sort of like Valde. Like, Valde is a decent dribbler, but he struggles to, what's it called? Like, get past and beat the man and deliver some final product in, like Martins does really well. Podence did really well. And they're the type of wingers that thrive on the Medilibar system. And I think that's sort of why we've seen Rodinei play more wing this season, because he's also really good in those 1v1 dribbling and taking players on and whipping the ball in. I just don't think Valde fits the system. I think he's more of a player that's really good in, like, interplay. Like, he has nice little touches. He does like nice little flashy things that are good, but he struggles to beat a player. Like, he generally does. Like, he's a decent dribbler, but he struggles, and that's why I think he's struggling in this team at the moment. And yeah, I don't know if he fits the system. Like, we've seen like Martins do so well. We've seen Podence do so well. We've seen Rodinei this season doing so well. Even Fortunis had the ability, to go past the player, but he relied more on his passing skills, which Valde doesn't have that sort of vision that Fortunis had. Do well out wide. Even Kostulas is a great dribbler. He can get past the man as well. These are players who have thrived on the wide areas with Medilibar. I don't know if Valde has that. And I also think he's like, he's obviously doing things that are unacceptable, like just losing the ball in like blatant areas, just doing bad things. And yeah, I don't know where he goes from here, because Palmer's come in and against Panseri, of course, unbelievable. Today, unbelievable. And he has shown that he needs to be starting in this team as the left winger with Martins on the right, or Kostulas or whatever it is. But he needs to be that. If he's not starting, he needs to be that next choice winger in the side, because he knows how to get past the player. He knows how to deliver that final ball, and he knows how to finish that ball. And that's something that we've been missing for probably the whole season since we lost Fortunis and Podence. and have a look at the output, man. He started 2 games. I think he started against Cetus. I think he did. Scored 4. Started today. Scored 6, and he was a big major part of a few of the goals today. And yeah, I think he's unbelievable. I think Valdez in big trouble because I think Palma is much better than him, and then I think Kostulas is much better, and I think Martins is much better, and it's hard to fit him in at the moment because he's not showing enough.
Well, I think you pretty much summed it up. I think, it's hard to pinpoint what's going on. Lack of confidence. Can't complain about the game time now because he's having it.
Yep.
I don't know. Too much pressure on him. I agree with what you say. The expectation out of him, he's just not that type of player. He resembles Masouras a little bit, whereas he's got the pace to break through. But Masouras managed to just get behind the defense a bit better than what Velde can. He's Atijos sometimes as well is a bit unlucky, but look, Palmer's come in and look at the impact he's had in 2-3 games.
Yeah.
Martins came on, game changer, assist to Okavi.
Yeah.
That's
the type of player you want to be bringing on. Defense is tired. Someone that can just run at, and that's what it suits Medley Bar's system. Someone that can just run at a player and cause problems in the 60th, 70th minute. And Velde doesn't have that. That's why when he comes on, he struggles because he doesn't have that ability to just cause problems 1v1 and whip in a nice ball like Martins did today.
So what do you think? And we go on to next season, transfer window opens. What are you doing with him? Are you keeping him? Are you selling him? Loaning him?
It's I got no idea, honestly. I got no idea.
Christos, you think loan?
Nah.
Yep. Loan.
Big Liam, you're leaning towards Adea.
I think you just get rid of him unless he's showing something for the rest of the season because you know what? For what he's doing at the moment, I'd rather have Papa Cornello, who's a similar sort of player on the wing, playing
and great
thing to what he does.
And it was good to see him come on.
And he's young. Yeah, he's young. If he's going to be having that sort of impact, what he's doing at the moment, you might as well be bringing the young kid on. That's going to improve and get better over time. So that's the way I say it. But look, he might turn it around. There's still plenty of games, and he'll get opportunities still because we have lots of games coming in fast. We have games every 4 or 5 days with the cup, the league, and the thing. So the Europa League, so he'll be getting his chances. So he's got some time to prove himself. But yeah, if he doesn't start turning it around, he's in trouble. And I don't know if he has a future at the club, especially with Medley Bar's here, because as I said, I think he struggles with the system that we play.
Yeah,
agreed. For those of you joining live, please ask us anything in the comment section or your thoughts. Join the discussion. Christos, we kind of forgot about you. Sorry, mate. Tell us your thoughts about this morning's game, 6-0. The new players, just everything, especially Velde, if you want to touch up on that.
It was a big shock. I didn't expect that result at all. Obviously, I expected us to win, but I wasn't expecting a 6-0. I think that just shows the caliber of how we are this year compared to all the other teams. I feel like they are comparing to us. When I got Eric Lamela and Anthony Martial, watched our Premier League players to kind of one up us. It's sort of but we've got Lamelo, we've got Martial. Who do you guys have? So I think too many Greek clubs are focusing on comparing to Olympiakos rather than just trying to fix their own problems within the club. Especially Panathinaikos and Balk, they're too busy on that rather than fixing themselves. But I think the result was a great result. It was good to see Ayub come off the bench and get a goal as well and keep the streak up. And it was just good to see a lot of other players play. I think Spanish coaches like Medlebar are good with that. They're good at making a system where every player can play, but still creating it that they still get to play the same way and get the results the same way. I was actually watching the Netflix documentary with Medlebar at Sevilla, and I think it was a huge loss for them to get rid of Sevilla and for Sevilla to get rid of him and for us to grab a coach like that is, I think, great for us. And I think Marinakis, we mentioned Marinakis, all his clubs, Forest in the Premier League, Olympiakos in the Greek League, are doing really well. And I think Marinakis has found the proper ingredients onto how to make a football club and how to run it properly, because not only drew to Arsenal this morning coming third, and Olympiakos just put off a result like that, and could even go further in the Europa League. And you never know, we could even win that too and go from Conference League winners to Europa League winners. I mean, it is a big shot, but it's not impossible. Bodo Glimt, we'll get into it later. I mean, Bodo Glimt, we can't take them lightly, you know. But I think there is a real chance if we play how we played against AEK, we can score 12 against Bodo Glimt. That's just my philosophy.
Well, I do agree with you. Mate, if we're playing the way we did today, why not? We could surely beat Bodo Glimt.
Yeah,
they are not a team to take lightly. Norway's not too far behind us in the coefficient either. We've had some players from there come over, and they do have a good team. It's one of those things, man, in Europe where sorry. It's one of those things in Europe you can't take any team lightly, especially at this stage. Like we saw in the group stage as well, some surprise wins. And what you said, Chris, also about Marinakis and the group that he's building with the clubs, it's all are thriving. Not so much Rio Ave. I think there's a lot of work there to do. They're pretty much a lower end team, but they're surviving. And I'm sure he'll get them up and running. But the way Olympiakos and Nottingham Forest are going, it's good to see that he's putting in the care. And obviously, without his purchase of Nottingham Forest, we wouldn't have the money, we wouldn't have the attraction, we wouldn't have obviously the success from last year without it. Wenzeldinho, thanks for joining again.
Thank you. He actually just had surgery today as well on his injury.
Speedy recovery, Wenzel, mate. All the best, mate.
That's it.
Yes, speedy recovery.
Thank you for the comment.
Yeah, back to Europa League. Liam, we got Europa League coming up on Friday, and I know you're pumped to talk about a few things before you head off.
Yeah. I'll quickly talk about the game as I have to go. But what is it? What does that mean?
You have the cabra. There you go. That's what it means. Two editors is you have. I don't know what la cabra, but
before you
thanks, Haradiri. So
Yanak is here with us.
I am the goat. Thank you. I just remembered. Yeah. Thanks.
He said he'll be a second. So Liam, quickly chat about.
I'll talk. Just quickly. Look, it'll be a good game. We have AEK first that we should obviously probably talk about as well. That's a big game, obviously. So it'll be interesting how he goes about 2-11s that we're going to be putting out. Obviously, what's it called? Obviously it's going to be tough because it's a massive game in the Pratapima. It's a massive game in the Europa League. We want to be winning both games. Which one's more important? I don't know, but both massive games. So it's going to be interesting what kind of 11s, who he rests, who he plays in what game. There'll be a lot of analysis of the opponents of the both teams and deciding which players suit better against what team to play against. Obviously, there'll be a lot of players that play both, but there'll have to be some rotations. It'll be interesting. So the AEK game is very important. If we win, I think we're very, very strong to win the title from there. If we lose, it's right back open and, anything can happen. So that's a big game. And, with Bodo Glimt, we saw what they did in the Europa League, huge comeback. Anything can happen in this competition. All these teams are, good enough to beat us, but we're obviously good enough to beat any competition, any team in this competition as well. And I think we have a good opportunity. We've seen our draw. Like even the teams that are supposed to be the favourites, like Tottenham and Manchester United, are they really that much better than us? Like, are they really? Like, United, I tell you, Tottenham, I think are a bit like as a Tottenham fan in the Prem, although Olympiakos is my mother, but following Tottenham, they've seemed to turn a corner with having all their injuries back. Played decent against City this morning, but again, we can easily beat them. They're nothing too special.
They're missing a lot of players.
Missing a lot of players, but they will have them all back by the time we play them. But still, we can still beat all these teams. And back to the Bodo Glimt game because one step at a time. But look, we're gonna have to. Is the first leg at home? I think it is. Yeah. No, it's away first leg.
Oh yeah, away 7 a.m. which is
away. Yeah, away. So we go there away. We obviously do what we did. We've been in this position before. We played some big teams away. First legs in the Conference League. Very obvious Aston Villa.
You can't. You can't help but think this is Medili Bar's niche right now coming up.
Correct. He's got the experience.
Knockout football.
The players have the experience. We know what needs to do. We know what we need to do. You know, we go out there, we put a strong performance, but don't give too much away from home, which is what we did last year. And maybe some cracks will open up depending on who we're playing. And then you go at home with the other on your side. You're a good chance to win if you get a draw or win away. And you finish the job at home. And that's what we need to be looking for. And I think we should be favourites to beat Bordeaux and Glimt, especially the way we're playing at the moment.
They've literally got 2 names.
We can't underestimate them. We can't. There's a lot of fans at the moment that are getting very up on Olympiakos, which is good, and it's good that we're in a position that we can start to do this. We haven't been in a position like this in a while where we're going into a Evropi games in the round of 16 and going like, yeah, we should be winning this game. It's good that we're in this position, but we also need to realise that anything can happen. It's football, and what's it called? And all these teams are still really good teams. They're really good teams. And, you know, although we think we're better than them, they're good teams. So let's not get over ourselves. Let's go out there, make sure we do the job, not put that extra pressure on the players. I think that's another thing that was getting them over the line last year. The fact that, you know, that they were sort of the underdogs, like especially against Aston Villa, all those they just wanted it. Like, you know, they were hungry for it. The Maccabi game, we were down 3-0. Like the hunger that we showed, like, you know, it was like they were fighting for something. We want to keep that same fight going into the knockout. So that's my opinion about it. I hope we win, you know, 2 games. Every game we're going to be playing from here on in to the end of the season is going to be a very important game, which is going to make squad selection very tough for Medley-Bar and how he approaches everything. So it'll be interesting, and pretty much, man, like obviously there's a few games where here in Australia where at 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you know, you see you're versing a Stedas Tripolis at home.
Yeah.
Yanni's in. You see, you know, you don't wake up for it. But every game we'll be waking up for at the moment because it's every game's important. And on that note, I'm gonna leave, but I'll leave you with Yanni.
Bye,
Thank you very much, Liam.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Hi, Yanni. I'll see you soon, Yanni. You're on mute, mate.
You're muted, mate.
Damn. Okay.
Hello, Yanni.
It's been a long day. Allow me.
Yes,
all right. See you,
Liam. Thanks for
joining us.
I heard what you said. Yeah.
DJ.
How's it going, boys?
Yeah, mate.
I've had this ready. I waited for Liam to stop going on fill paragraph.
He said at like 4:45, 7:45, he had to go, and he just wouldn't stop.
It's 8 o'clock.
Damn.
Sorry, before you go, Chris. Sorry. Welcome, Yanni. Thanks for joining. It's been a while.
Thanks for having me.
joining us.
Yanni.
Sorry, Ella.
I just wanted to go on a bit of a throwback and talk about the last time we beat Ike 6-0, which was in 2011 on the 3rd of March, a few days before Greek Independence Day. The team, just wanted to name a few of the key players and just compare. I mean, not compare, just go on a bit of like a nice nostalgia trip before we talk about Bordeaux Glimt first. You know, we had Rafik Javor, Kevin Morales, Jose Holobas, Avram Papadopoulos, one of the world's best ever keepers, Ergo Pardo. We had Nikopolidis, an old Nikopolidis on the bench, and we had we also had another Moroccan, Jaoud Zairi, not as good as our other Moroccans.
Jaoud Zairi, what a tank!
Yeah, so
he was a freaking baller, that guy.
I just wanted to go on a bit of a throwback session, just let you know that there are a few players on here like El Arabi that.
Sorry, Chris, is Abdun on there? Abdun or Ramadan?
No, I think he was a season or two.
Season after.
Dudu's on there.
Yeah,
I think it was. I think it was Dudu for us, but he's there.
I'm trying to think 11.
Okay,
mate, let me tell you.
Do you want to have a guess? I've got it right here. I have the 11. You can guess if you want.
I want to guess the lineup. So you said Urko Pardo.
Yep.
Torosidis.
I don't know what their positions are. I just know.
No, it's all right. All right. So Torosidis.
No Torosidis.
Fuck.
No Torosidis, really.
Was Melberg there?
From what country is he? Yes.
Melberg.
He's got the same name as the guy from Frozen.
Okay. Avram.
Yep.
Holobas. Modesto, was he in there? Modesto.
Yep. Francois Modesto. Francois.
Fejsa, whatever the fuck is that?
From what country? Where's he from?
Fejsa, something like that.
No, he's up there.
Oh my god, that's a throwback. I know exactly. He went to Benfica afterward. Croatian or Serbian. I know exactly.
Yeah.
Now I think everybody you're saying is the season after.
Yeah, it was. I can't remember.
Keep going.
Was Oscar? Was Oscar there?
No, Oscar. There's no Oscar here.
No, not the Chelsea one.
I know.
If Torosidis wasn't the right back, who would have been right back then?
Zevlakal?
No Zevlakal.
Who was the right back? Not
Rogshaw, Petfadidis, maybe coming up because he was there at that time.
No Petfadidis. No.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, Ramadal, he was on the bench.
What a throwback that guy was.
Ramadal. Have you given up? I can tell you the rest of the lineup.
No, I don't want to give up. This is a trip down memory lane.
We need to figure out the striker because I know it's not Mitroglou because that's.
It was Jabul.
Oh, it was Jabul. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a few ones on here I've never heard of, so I don't know if that helps. But
2011.
There's a few South Americans here, and think of what they speak in what a lot of countries speak in South America. That should give you. There's a few of them too.
South America.
Oh, Ibagaza. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Ibagaza. Number 7.
Surely not Galletti.
Galletti, yeah, that's probably it.
No, Ibagaza's there. That's the only South American. The rest are Spanish.
Oh what? Okay.
David Fuster?
Pablo.
Yes, David Fuster. Pardo.
Pablo something.
Pardo Cypriot, and for some reason he became Cypriot. But anyway.
Regardless, man, what a trip down memory lane that was. Who was the right back?
You forgot Albert Riera and Yannis Maniatis, mate, the guy that scored from halfway.
Oh, Maniatis.
I didn't think it'd be Maniatis.
And Kevin Morales.
Did he start out as a right back or something?
Kevin Morales.
Was Maniatis the right back?
Kevin Mirallas.
Wait, Chris. Oh, sorry. Read out the starting 11.
Well, okay, I'll just go from top to bottom. Rafik Javor, David Fuster, Jose Jolibas, Ariel Ibagaza, Yannis Maniatis, Olof Melberg, Kevin Morales, Francois Modesto, Avram Papadopoulos, Rafael Ergo Pardo Goas, and Albert Riera. That was
Maniatis would have been the right back.
Maniatis at right. I mean, I guess sense. CDM, yeah. CDM to right back. CDM.
I can't believe Nicopolidis is there.
That's crazy. Oh my god, on screen, mate. He's on screen, mate.
That's pretty funny.
You need to colour your hair green, mate. Yanni.
All
right. Thanks for that, Chris. That was actually bringing back some memories.
I'm glad you enjoyed
and,
that.
Let me tell you.
We won the league by 2 points, I think.
Oh shit!
We won the league by 13. Sorry, I give it. But Panathinaikos came second, and Olympiakos Volos came 5th.
Yeah, they got done for match fixing.
Oh yeah, that was their crazy.
They were killing it. And
there was Gergira here and Ergotelis.
They're gone.
And Iraklis 1908, and Xanthi, and Kavala.
Wow.
Yeah.
So weird to think.
Olympiakos. But what were they like? Another Olympiakos team?
Maybe Yanni could explain it.
Volos now.
There's still Olympiakos Volos.
Right? Basically, there's a bunch of like teams called Olympiakos in Greece, and it could be because it has some other meaning. It's not like something only one team uses. It's like saying Sporting, and then there's 1,000 Sportings. But if you say Sporting in Portugal, you mean Sporting Lisbon. It's kind of like that. People did say they were like associated, like in terms of they were dealing with each other. But they say that about a lot of teams. But no. There's no actual like relation with Marinakis or Olympiakos and Olympiakos Volu.
There's 3 Ammonias in Cyprus, like actually like more. But yeah, There's Ajax in Cyprus. There's Olympiakos in Cyprus. Like ALs.
Yeah, exactly. Olympiakos in Cyprus. No relation though.
Olympiakos in Cyprus. Yep. There you go. All right. Shall we talk about Bordeaux?
Yeah.
Trent Alexander-Arnold with the two names, Bordeaux Glint.
Well, Yanni, I want to touch up on your thoughts about the I game soon. We were talking about the Europa League, and one thing I want to point out as well, what you said, Chris, about Olympiakos, and just why this club feels so goddamn special right now. You said Olympiakos could even go on to win the Europa League.
Yeah.
The way the club is right now, Yanni, maybe you could agree with me, but like, does that not like actually resemble now? Does it not? Do you not say to yourself like, "Fuck this, we can"? I have a feeling we can.
Yeah. I know what you're. Yeah. I think, with what you're saying, I think, we really are in the mentally bad era. This is not gonna be just a coach that came and went, or a good coach, or a good time period. This is gonna be marked as the mentally bad era. This is the era that delivered the first European trophy, and I think because of that, man, we believe that we can win a Europa League. Okay, maybe not a Champions League, definitely not.
If we had the players, why not?
If we had the players, but the thing is, like,
why would you say that? Of course, we can win the Champions League.
Well, not this season, Chris. It's a bit tough this season, mate.
It's gonna be. It might be hard this year. We're not really in it.
This year, that's what I meant. Like, definitely not this year.
Talking about when we're in it. If Abwell can get to the quarterfinals,
yeah, that's different. That's different. Yeah.
Let the man talk, Chris. Let the man talk.
Sorry, I won't be Liam and go on tangents. Go.
Oh, so annoying, that guy. Anyway, I think when you have such a winning manager, I think when Valverde was there, he wasn't the coach we know and he is right now. We brought a winner to come win us a trophy. He did that. Obviously, exceeded our expectations. And I think, as CJ said before, he's a cup manager. He's a cup specialist. And the Europa League is a cup. Any European competition is a cup. So, yeah. So it's easy. So it's easy to win it, though. Like, for him, like, it's his... it's his... I'm so tired, I can't even think. It's his... bread and butter, let's say. It's
his, we were saying it was his niche. That's his specialty.
It's bread and butter. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. I'm letting.
Thank you. The second language, that was good too.
Yeah. And
I muted him so you could talk, Yanni.
That's crazy. I was gonna say, because you told me about the 6-0 today. It should have been 7, honestly. Like, I don't know. It's an embarrassment at the club. We should have easily scored 7, but we'll take 10. 6. It's fine. Yeah, could have, honestly. But you know what it is, though? Like, it's actually so alarming for Ike. I think if Almeida doesn't win the league, it's more likely he's not gonna. It's done for him. I think then their new president needs to like hire someone else, and it's going to be a lot of pressure to bring in a guy, because you got a team that just lost out on the league by 2-3 points on the final day, that now got battered 6-0, something that hadn't happened for 14 years. And the year it happened, 2011, the year after, Ike was relegated due to financial troubles. So the step back is insane that they took with all that investment and stuff. So I feel like there's going to be riots if Ike next year doesn't perform, because I think this year is almost done. Almost done for them.
Well, I mean, there were calls for Almeida after his Conference League slip-up. There were calls for him to get sacked then, and who knows, we might wake up tomorrow hearing that he's gotten sacked. No one. If
it is possible,
it is possible. We've seen crazier things in this league.
We have.
Like,
if they're going to bounce back next season, they have to question his future. Like, I don't know.
We'll
not. Yeah, we'll leave. Sorry.
I'll take Eric Lamela and Anthony and Martial from them if they don't.
Well, Martial's doing decent for him, considering. Lamela,
he's okay.
He's okay. I would have taken him over Willian, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go back to Fulham. How do you be terrible at Olympiakos and go back to Fulham? Like, how does that make sense?
Is he back at Fulham?
Is he back at Fulham?
Yeah.
I thought he went to Brazil.
No. I'm going to search that up.
This guy just lives in South London, doesn't he?
Apparently, it was reported his wife wasn't happy in Greece. She wanted to be in
Really?
England.
So she's going to go to
shit. He's at Fulham. What the hell?
She's going to go to cold England.
That's exactly it. So I've never seen anyone say, I'm not happy with Greece and have the money to live in the country. I'm not happy to be waking up with weather, beaches near me, fresh food. I want England.
Beaches.
Okay. Yeah, have Euros every day. Just go to England, miserable Melbourne. You can have gyros every day.
Chris, what are you talking about, mate?
William's wife being unhappy with Greece. Like, how can you be unhappy with Greece and want to go to England?
Like Hirsch said, Greek meat every day. Basketball. Late, mate.
Olympiakos are playing good in the basketball.
They are playing very good.
Evan Fournier is killing it too.
He is. They did lose the cup, but we talked about that last episode, so never mind. We signed a new. They signed a new what you call it? A new guard. Did anyone see that?
Point guard. Which one?
Point guard. I can't remember his name. Let me
play NBA.
Find him quickly. No. So they got him from his last team was Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Oh,
and
controversy, huh?
Maybe not for the guy. I'm pretty sure he's American. But I can't remember his name now. Wait, no one see it because Walkup is injured. All right, and oh my god, because Walkup is injured and we need a new defensive guard.
That pretends to be Greek.
To be honest, at least he honors the shirt. That's all I have to say to that.
Yep, good, and I'm with you for that. Trying to find his
all right.
CJ, do you know the guard that they signed? Because I can't find it.
The only thing I know about the basketball team is the name.
Olympiakos
of the club. That's it. I don't watch it.
Tel Aviv.
That's right. It's pretty good this season, honestly. I strongly recommend it. But this season is make or break. So if they don't win EuroLeague, it's.
Is it Saban Lee?
Not looking to.
Is Saban Lee? Saban Lee.
I think, yeah, it might be.
See, knowledge.
They had it on the roster. Wow.
Yeah, Saban Lee.
Ball knowledge is insane.
Yep. Whoa, he does not look like a Lee. Wow.
Okay.
Anyway, I think Yanni, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna talk about we'll do something we haven't done in a while, and that's player ratings. I'm gonna name a player, and we'll just talk about our thoughts on them.
That's not
this game.
You give a rating out of 10 based on the game against Ike.
Okay.
Based on what they played.
Yep. Okay.
Paskalakis.
I mean,
Yanni.
I thought Salakis was in goal.
So 10, I guess. Like he didn't. Yeah, like he didn't have anything to do, but like he did what he's supposed to do, I guess. Yeah, I'll give him a 10.
6.
Yeah. I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. He was captain, so he must have had,
Anyway,
guys, he didn't concede.
Yeah, but he didn't have to do anything.
He didn't have to do much.
Why give him a 10?
Yeah, but like.
If it was like
he could have done a carries. He could have done a carries out of nowhere.
We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
All right,
let's not-
Costinha.
Give me.
I'm going to give him a 7.5. Who's decent?
I'm gonna give him a 7.
I was gonna say 6.5, but I'll just round it up to a 7 since you guys all went.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Pirola, I'm
6.5.
giving a fucking 9. He was a fucking tank.
Yeah, he scored that banger. I'm giving him a 9.5. He gets half because he's Argentinian. So there you go.
Pirola, not Horta.
Yeah,
Pirola. Pirola,
One
the
that scored?
defender.
Oh,
No.
not one that's.
Pirola. I'm
Oh,
giving
maybe-
him a 9. The
Where's
guy's
he from?
class.
Where's he
The
from?
guy,
Italy.
fucking hell, Chris. Chill, man. Anyway, Pirola, I'm giving a 9. Just
gonna
absolute
give
gun
him-
at the back.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
Okay.
I'll give
David
him
Carmo.
9 as well.
8.
Yanni.
Boys, it's really hard to fault this defense with anything. I'll give him a 9 as well. I don't know
Yeah,
what.
they
to
were-
say.
They didn't have to do
superb.
anything. They were just standing around for 90 minutes because they didn't have to do anything.
I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, the
Bruno,
Nigerian?
Yeah.
The Nigerian, I can pronounce it. Let me get it for you.
I'll go on.
Let me get it for you. Hold on. I can do it. I've got I'm gonna make my African brothers proud. Give me 1 sec. I'll get it for you. Let me see. Onyemachi. No, Onyemachi. Bruno
I'll
Onyemachi.
take it.
I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7.7.
Okay, so Bruno, what do we give Bruno?
I'm going to give him a 7.
I'm gonna give him a
7.5.
7.7 because that's what
Had a pretty good start. Looks solid. Needs a game time, obviously, but it was good to see.
Like what club did we get him from?
No idea.
Rio Ave or something like that.
Rio Ave,
Rio Ave, something like that.
in Portugal.
Yeah, in Portugal. Yeah, it's their last right now though, so yeah, I'll give him an 8 just because this was his first derby in Greece. Sorry, Boa Vista. We got him from Boa Vista. I'll give him an 8 because first derby. Again, didn't have much to do, but
But he's Nigerian, so he gets an extra point. It's okay.
Okay.
Fucking hell. All right, moving on to essay.
I'm saying
Give him
I'll give him a.
I'll give him a 7.
I'll give him a
7.5.
6.5.
I'm gonna give everyone a 7.5 at this rate.
And I'm with you. I'll give him a 7.5 as well.
Garcia, I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
It was okay.
I'm gonna give him a 7.5. Oh, Garcia is his last name as well, so he gets an extra half.
I'll give him 6.5 as well.
All right. Rodinei up top, right wing. I think he did pretty good there. 8.
8 for the passion. I love his passion for the club, so 8.
I'll give him 8.5.
Oh, 0.5. One upping us, I say. Half upping us.
Yeah, basically.
Andre Horta. I'm
9.
Fucking 9, 10. Fuck it.
Yeah,
It was
I was gonna say
unbelievable.
10.
Unbelievable today.
What more can you ask for?
No, I'm giving that 10 to one other person.
Luis Palma.
Yeah, he's getting a 10
10.
because he's from Argentina, so he gets an extra rating
He's not from Argentina.
Isn't he some sort
From
of Spanish?
Honduras.
Oh, Honduras even better. 10.5. I don't know. I saw because the flag had the flag, but it didn't have anything in the middle. So I was like, wait, is it Argentina or is it Honduras?
Wow.
They didn't show me the stars. Anyway, yeah, he gets a 10.5 because he's Honduran.
You gotta admire the non-bias.
Yaremchuk. You know what? Yaremchuk, I'm giving the fucking 10 because he's earned it. I don't give a shit.
He's a 10. He's a
We give
10.
him an 8.
I just love him. I have a love for him. I know I hated him 2 months ago, but I love him now.
I'm gonna give him an 8.
Why does he get an 8?
What about the players that came on?
We'll get there if you stop rambling about fucking flags. All right, so fucking Martins. He came on, looked better than Velde has the entire time he's been here. He's getting an 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5.
What do you reckon? And he assisted, I'm pretty sure, assisted El Kabi.
9. 9 actually.
Stamenic.
Sorry.
Stamenic, I don't know.
5.
I feel like I never see him on the field, but 6.5?
5.
Wow.
6.
No, he didn't do anything.
This one, I want your take on Yanni. Christopher Velde.
Absolute 10. I think he did everything he needed to do, ran all the correct spots. I think absolutely busted. Absolute 10. Now, but on the real 6.
On the real.
He did doing nothing really well. Ayub El-Kabi.
Oh, 10 as well.
I give him an 8. Got a goal. Didn't do a hell of a lot. Yanni, do you know any updates on him? What his injury, anything like that?
On who, El-Kabi?
Yeah.
Is he injured? Why is he injured?
He came off injured, but
That's a weird way to spell Christopher.
I didn't see too much about it, to be honest. I saw that there was I think it was something minor, but that's all I know. I knew that he just couldn't continue. That's it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's nothing bad because I'll cry myself to sleep. Papa Canelos, NA, can't really.
He played for like
absolute
for 8 minutes or something.
So I'll give him a 3.
I'll give him a 10 because he didn't concede. So yeah. That's just the difference. Like if the difference doesn't concede, like it's automatically 10.
He didn't even play enough to even be given a rating.
Okay, then 5.
He would have been
perfectly in the middle. He did perfect to come on and come back off. So 5.
He did a good sprint.
He could have
no
mistakes
from the bench.
No mistakes in the whole game. No errors leading to goal. 5.
Beautiful. Anything else?
1 game, no goals conceded. That's good. Rating coach Medilibar, 10 million out of 10.
I give him 1 million.
I'll give him maybe a 9 because
Oh my god,
he could have broken the record. Could have broken it.
Yeah, it would have been. Over 2 games, he could beat 10-0. 11.
Yeah, but like he's on thin ice. Let's just say that. Like he should. Should have won by.
He's on the verge of getting the sack, mate.
Yeah, he's not looking too good for him. But
imagine that he gets sacked because he didn't win 7-0.
Is that the record? 7?
No, I don't know. It's just because they've done it.
Don't worry. Ike is playing last goal wins next game, don't worry.
Yeah.
Imagine that was an actual rule. Oh.
Well, I mean, if you win 1-0, it's the last goal one. Anyway, lads, thanks for joining. I reckon that's a wrap.
Always.
To everyone watching, thank you very much for joining. Please like, subscribe, follow us on all our socials.
Comment, share.
To
your dead auntie, your dead uncle, your dogs, your cats, everyone.
I think we're going to wrap
all
it up.
Right.
See ya.
That is the end. Bye.
See ya.